we'll wrap it up. We'll make it a quick one, because I know you got to get home to the wife.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, I know.
I am an old man.
Hey, at least we're not doing it till midnight anymore.
That's right.
Well, you were doing that last year.
That's right.
For those of you... first of all, welcome back to the PM Podcast. I'm Aaron, this is Blake.
Hey, you do it.
And for those of you that don't know, Blake and I, when we were filming season 1, we regularly stayed up till like till midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and then we'd have to get up. He had to get up at like 5. I had to get up at 7.
Shoot.
It was a nightmare.
Dude, I would get up at 5 on a regular basis. If I stayed the night at your place, it was getting up at 4, maybe 4:30 at the latest.
True.
It was bad.
It's not always true, though, because sometimes you'd be like, fuck it, and you'd sleep till like 7.
I'm like, well, that stinks.
Yeah.
But the times have changed, though.
Times have changed a little bit. I think the earliest we're usually at is like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
But that's usually because we've had some kind of issue or something pop up. I mean, technical issues happen.
You know what's funny though? Even though we would start and end sooner.
Yeah.
I would get up at like tomorrow morning. I'm getting up at 4:30.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. To work out, man. Like that's the only time I can get my workout in. So
4:30 though?
Oh yeah.
Jesus, bro.
Dude, gotta get it in.
Yeah.
You gotta get it in before you start the day.
I need to, but I don't. I can't get
Dude.
up. I cannot get up at 4, dude.
Cold showers.
I hate that.
Wonders.
I've done that and I hate it so much.
I hated it the first time as well.
If you guys have not seen me, I have actually done Blake's schedule over on an episode of Potty Mouth Fear Factor, Metathesophobia. It really is a thing. And it's the fear of change. So me and Blake switched schedules for some time, and it sucked.
You know, I gotta tell you what though, ever since Betsy and I got married, it's been a lot easier to get up because we get up at the same times.
Really?
Granted, tomorrow I'll get up a little bit before her, but I don't blame her. Most people will not get up about 4:30.
Yeah.
That's just the norm, right?
That kind of segues into a good topic, actually, since we're talking about marriage.
Yeah.
The reason we're so late tonight is because me and my wife had to have a really pretty long conversation.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. All good things. I mean, you know, every marriage has moments of weakness and shit like that. And it just happens. I mean,
yep.
You got to talk your stuff out. I mean, God, especially with someone like a past like mine.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you guys have watched the podcast from the beginning, you know that my wife and I kind of have a jaded past.
Sure.
You know, a lot of holes. And so, I mean, there's stuff that has to be worked out from time to time. And so that's kind of what it was. That's why we're so late tonight. But I appreciate you being pretty understanding. I know that like you want to get home to your wife too, so this probably won't be a super long podcast.
Yep.
But I do appreciate you understanding and
yeah, absolutely,
and letting us work that out.
Yeah, so. I mean, granted, it's like I'm new into marriage.
Yeah, true.
But I truly do understand when it comes to hey, it's like you know what, I need my time real quick. I need to talk this out.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's like it's not always going to be the best quote unquote timing.
Sure.
When it comes to a talk, but sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
And people need to understand that in general.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be the best timing.
It's not. Oh my God, dude. You're just segueing in perfectly, because timing was the issue.
Oh,
that was the problem.
Oh, really?
So it wasn't because we were running late. She told me not to go into it, but you kind of segued.
You don't need to go into it, man.
I can be vague about it, I think, and be like well enough.
Well, if you feel like you are,
I'll stop.
Don't worry about.
I'll
going
stop.
Into it.
If I feel too uncomfortable, I'll just stop talking. But what had happened is we were filming. My wife is a producer on the show. And what had happened is something had happened. She'd gotten frustrated with some part of the production. You were kind of downstairs around it. I don't remember what happened.
Yeah.
But she had gotten upset and walked away. And I thought she was mad at me. And I was like, oh, okay. And she had gone upstairs. So I was like, okay, well, this is, I didn't know what was going wrong. And I turned around to Blake and I said, hey, where'd she go? And he's like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. Can you go grab this thing from the main studio and I'll get everything set up down here? I said, yeah, that's fine. And so I was going to send her a video, like just saying like, hey, sorry, don't know what happened, love you, like, you know, we'll work it out later once we're done filming. And turns out she was actually sitting in the chair as soon as I turned the corner, so she was right there. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. But she had thought there was some miscommunication, and given our past, she kind of became a little suspicious and upset that there could have been some foul play involved.
Okay.
And so she kind of walked up to me and said, who were you talking to? And I said, I was going to send it to you. And so we had to work that out. I mean, it happens, especially given our history.
Sure.
And I just kind of had to explain what was going on and what had happened. And so marriage is tough, man. I mean, you have marriage is great, but it also has its moments where, like, someone like me who has a rough history, like, you're gonna have moments where your partner is weak, and you're gonna have to reassure them and help them understand that, like, hey, you know, this is my intent, this is my intention, not to be vindictive or to be sneaky, but to be passionate and considerate of you and your feelings. And so, and that's what I tried to accomplish by it. And
Sure.
I think that just once again, like you said, timing. It was just really awful timing.
Well,
because I had turned the corner and she was sitting right there, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, God damn it.
Well, you got to think about, I mean, now granted, it's like, I've not been in marriage very long.
Sure.
Right? I've been in marriage for a month and a couple days. I mean, so I have no, I really have no talk when it comes to this.
Right.
I really
one
don't.
month. Yeah, you're good.
It's like whether I've been married or, you know, or whatever. It's like, but what I have been told over the years is that marriage is the best thing in the world.
Oh yeah.
The caveat to that is that it's the hardest thing in the world.
Oh man.
Because no matter what you do, you are fighting
all the time.
You're fighting for each other.
Yeah.
It's one of those ordeals where it's like, hey, it's like, you're gonna have your bad times. You gotta deal with it.
Yeah.
It's like, the thing of it is are you going to fight it out, right? Like, discuss it. You talk about it. You be open about it.
Mm-hmm.
And you understand each other.
Oh yeah.
Because if not, a lot of people take the easy way out. Now, granted, I'm not saying every single one of them is easy way out.
Oh, of course.
Okay, it's like, don't get me on that. But if you haven't tried every little single teensy little thing
Mm-hmm.
before divorce,
Oh yeah.
you're not trying.
If you're not trying, you're not in it.
And I say this because of the fact that I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there, even though I haven't been married.
Right, you've been in relationships.
Not in relationships. I've seen it. I've talked to them. Like, I've been the guy.
You've been around it.
I've been the guy in the past that for some reason they'd come to me. It's so weird.
It is a little weird.
It's really
You
weird
figure
because,
they'd go
like,
to someone that talks about marriage or is married.
but I would be the guy that, like, my friends or family members, they would come up to me, they'd be like, hey, it's like, I have this problem. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, but I'll listen. I mean, but sometimes that's what people need, is just a lending ear.
Yeah.
You know? And it's crazy because a lot of times, too, is like, people want to take the easy way out and think that divorce is the easy way out.
It's not.
It's not at all.
Mm-mm.
It's like, if you are saying, I am committing to you under God, there should be no divorce. Advorce. Wow. Advorce. Right. That's another word that's going to come up. We're going to put in the dictionary.
Yep.
I don't even know what it is yet.
The Potty Mouth Dictionary.
Yep.
That's what we're going to do.
I don't even know what that means yet. But we're going to figure it out.
And for those of you watching or listening, this is a very vulnerable subject because, I mean, literally this is, especially for me, because I'm not even joking. I literally just came from a conversation. Blake was sitting down here waiting for me to film.
Yep.
So it's a touchy subject. I mean, I've done a lot of stupid shit in my life, and unfortunately my wife had to be a part of that, be around it, and witness a lot of it. And so I understand her issues when it comes to trust and when it comes to understanding.
Sure.
Because the littlest thing can seem like a very big thing because given our history together. And so every little thing could be a red flag. And so it's a greater level of understanding for me. It's hard for me because you kind of dig yourself into a hole. And this is for all of you listening and watching. You can never run away from what you've done. You have to face it head on. And I unfortunately have to live with those decisions. And so I have to fight through them. And I'm not going to go into it again because, well, there's like 30 episodes out there where I talk about it. So if you guys haven't watched all those episodes, you're more than welcome to go figure out my past and my history because I've openly talked about it and openly discussed it. And I'm not going to go into it here because there's plenty of content about that.
Sure.
But, there's things that still come up. I mean, I've been married for two years and a few months. So, I mean, it is I guess all of this to say I understand where my wife's coming from when things seem suspicious or unfaithful or where the trust issues could spurt because given my past, those things have tracked. And so it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're going to, and this is for any marriage, you're going to have to work at it. If you guys love each other and you want to be together, you have to understand that the person you're with is trying to do better. If they're the one that have made mistakes, they are trying to do better. And for me, I want to be better. I can't speak for everybody, but I want to be better. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be better. And so, but at the same time, you also, as that person, you have to understand that your partner, as much as they love you and as much as they want to support you, they are going to have hang-ups along the way, and you have to understand that. Whatever you got to do, counseling, communication. I can't even express how big communication is. I almost went ahead and sent you home. I'm not even going to lie, because I was going to have a deeper conversation. And then she was like, no, just wrap it up, finish what you got to do, and then we'll talk. And I was like, cool. So, like I said, this is like fresh off this conversation. That's why I'm talking about it vaguely because she asked me to. But yeah, so
here's the thing too, though.
Yeah.
Men out there that either are in relationships or married, mm-hmm. understand that vulnerability with a male is actually showing strength.
Yeah, because it's super hard.
You gotta understand that because the perception that society has deemed us is the fact that we need to act tough. We need to, be this macho of a man that doesn't show any emotion. Mm-hmm.
It is very hard to be
bull
emotional.
Crap. No, that's bull crap in a lot of different ways. Now, there are times where you can show no emotions and blah, 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 whatever you want to call it, right? But when it comes down to it, if you want, now granted, like every marriage is different. I'm not saying you need to show emotion, blah, 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 blah.
But you should. You shouldn't be scared
You
to.
most definitely should. You most definitely should, because if you're going to be vulnerable with anybody, it should be your wife.
Oh, yeah.
100% of the time.
If you're scared to be vulnerable with your wife, then...
What are you doing?
For real. But don't be scared to be emotional.
In real truth, though, you should be able to have 2, maybe 3, who knows, maybe it's one friend, guy friend that you can go to be vulnerable with, and they're not going to judge you for it. I mean, when it comes down to it, I go to a group every 90 days. Well, actually, every 6 months. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Every 6 months, I go to a men's group that literally all we talk about is being vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's...
You have to be.
Everything is out in the open. Everybody knows about it. It's like 150 of us.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. And it's no electronics, nothing. Like, you're just there. You're there with all the guys. You know, you play some paintball, all that kind of stuff, some manly stuff, right? Like, you shoot some guns, whatnot. Like, but at the end of the day, you are there to get cleansed. Mm-hmm. You're there to understand
let
that...
it all out.
Yeah. You're there to let it all out, but at the same time, you're there to understand that you're still a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We all have emotions, everything like that. Yes, women express it more. That's just nature.
That is, yeah.
If a man expresses it more than a woman, still,
there's nothing wrong with that. If you get offended by this podcast, don't watch.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It's like, but either way, though, like, I mean, every relationship is different.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so we'll move on because I know you guys are probably bored as hell. But all of this, you know, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna say
if you're bored, it's okay.
No, the reason I'm just gonna say it because the reason I brought this up, because I'm not even, I cannot tell you guys how vulnerable that I'm being. I don't know about you, but how vulnerable I'm being at the moment. Which is kind of scary because this is going to be going on the internet for 10,000 of you to watch or listen. The reason I brought it up is because I love my wife. And I love the life that we have together. And I get that I've done some stupid shit, but I will always fight for her. And I want her to hear this. Like, that's why I'm talking about it. I want her to listen to it, and I want her to hear it.
Yep.
Because, you know what, fuck it. I'm not even going to say it. The whole reason, the whole miscommunication tonight is because she had a moment of weakness where she thought that I was talking to someone else.
Okay.
Straight up. And I am not ever in a place where I am willing to risk the love that I share and the life that I have with this woman. She has been with me for 5 fucking years, bro. Through literally every single, we've been through war together. We've been in every single trench. She's bandaged me, I've bandaged her, and we've kept fighting and we kept pushing forward. I am not stopping. I am not giving up. And so I have to fight those demons. Because those demons are always in her forefront because she was fucking there for him. You know what I mean? Like, she was in the battlefield watching all that shit go down.
Yep.
And so I get where she's coming from. But it's just one of those things, man. And I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm going to move forward. We're going to move forward. We're going to be fine. And we'll have a conversation later. But the whole reason you're here is because we're going to talk about PM media.
So before you go into that.
But we'll go into this real quick.
Before you go into that, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Just because you brought it up.
Yeah.
So just by, it's like getting to know you guys a lot more and whatnot. I was like, I know this is a whole touchy-feely kind of deal, right? It's like, but get over it. Okay?
Hey, we're emotional. Listen. You subscribed, and we even told you that this was going to be us talking about our shit openly, and that's what it's about. So, go ahead.
And I'm blinking a lot. and my contacts are getting dry.
Mine are too. It's okay.
But no, like seriously though, like I mean, just getting to know you guys through the years, you know, it's like just seeing how you guys react with each other, everything. Okay, it's like I'm a guy that analyzes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, even though you don't see it on the show, I analyze.
You
like,
see it between takes.
I analyze a lot.
Everything.
Okay, which is why sometimes they don't tell me some of the stuff that we're doing. But
Oh, okay. I see you want to throw some shade. That's fine. I didn't know. That's fine.
That's okay.
Whatever. He's never gonna believe me. He's never gonna believe me.
I'm not gonna believe that. But no, seriously though, here's one thing, and I'm not throwing shade towards you.
You're fine.
When I say this.
Yeah, you're good.
But I see Ellen as being a very, very strong woman.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to, and I mean this in the best way.
Go ahead.
When it comes to putting up with your butt. Okay? It's like, now, with that being said,
Yeah.
it takes a very strong woman to put up with a very strong man.
I'm a pain in the ass.
You are a pain in the ass. Okay? And I mean that in the most friendly way.
I know. No, hey, I love you. Listen, if we weren't friends and we didn't love each other, we couldn't talk about this kind of shit. Yeah, I know. I'm a pain in the ass. And the fact that you can sit here across from me and tell me that I'm a pain in the ass, bro, I fucking love you. Like, that's awesome. Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I see you as a very strong man because of the fact that she's willing to put up with the sins, right? It was like, no matter what happened in the past, okay, that is in the past, it's gone. Whatever's in the present is what you guys are dealing with, right? From the past on, who gives a living crap, right? It's done with. But the truth of the matter is that you're still fighting, and I'm not saying the past, but you're still fighting the sense of, you know, it's like, she's a very strong woman, you're a very strong man. She's a very strong woman for the sense of some of the stuff that she put up with. You're a very strong man for some of the stuff that you're putting up with.
Yeah.
Right? And so the fact that you're still fighting towards it all shows it all. Right? She's still fighting the sense because you two want to be one. And that's what marriage is. It's a fight. Because once you become one, that's when the demons are going to come in.
Yeah,
that's when
you can't stop fighting.
Everything is going to start. I mean, that's when the battle starts.
Once you get comfortable, that's when the insecurities kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's when the battle starts, though.
Yeah.
It's like, once you say, I do. Now, granted, Betsy and I never said, actually, I do.
What?
I didn't think about this until we saw the wedding video.
What?
We never said, I do.
All right, hang on. I tracked all this, which thank you for complimenting my wife because, yes, she is a strong motherfucker and she will take anybody on. I don't care who it is. She will. I mean, she will. Oof. When she gets upset. Well, you've seen her upset. She's very scary. She's a very scary person.
When the ranch went across the room, oh my gosh.
She was like, Blake!
I'm sorry. No,
your face when she screamed, you went from like, haha to, oh shit. She's gonna kill me. Anyway, sorry. But now we're tracking back to, are we ever going to talk about the business tonight? It's
not
fine.
tonight. Not tonight.
It's fine.
It's okay.
So you never said I do?
No. He literally went from us like saying our vows and some other stuff, and then literally went straight into, I would now pronounce you like.
So he never said, do you take Blake to be your lawfully wedded husband?
No. And it kind of threw me off.
And he didn't say, Betsy, do you, what?
Which for me is like, okay, that's pretty traditional. And then when he never did it, granted, at the time I didn't think about it.
So you placed the ring on her finger, right?
I placed the ring on. I said exact what he said.
And he never said,
he not from my knowledge.
If you do, say I do.
Yeah. From my knowledge, he never said that.
Yeah, but you forgot the ring on your wedding day. So
that's another story on that one. That's oh my gosh.
You forgot the ring on your wedding day.
Oh
We've already been over that. If you want to hear about that one, that was like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah.
But That was bad.
Thankfully, I didn't. Thankfully, I was able to hold it from her until the honeymoon.
Till after. What time are we? I don't even know where we're at.
No.
Let me take a look. Oh, we're fine.
We're fine. We got about 5 minutes.
We're fine. Well, before we go into talking about the business, we want to let you know that the PM Podcast is supported by Circle City Tint. They can provide you with all the window tint at a low price. Starting at just $169.99, they will tint your whole car and give you a lifetime warranty with any single shade. Or tint 2 windows for just $50. For more information on pricing, give them a call, 317-788-8468. Now, we all know that winter is coming. The snow is going to fall and the roads are going to get icy. But the inside of your car can be like a wonderful sauna. You know how to get that? Call Circle City Tint for your Arctic Start Remote Start today. Now starting at just $299.99. That gives you 2 remotes, and it will unlock, lock, and start the vehicle. And it comes with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. For more information about what they have to offer and to keep your car in the perfect climate all year round, whether it's hot, keep it cold, cold, keep it hot. 317-788-8468 or go to their website, circlecitytent.com. If you guys want an additional 15% off, go to the website, pottymouthshow.com/CCT to claim your 15% off coupon. Has to be applied before purchase, void where prohibited. Now back to the PM Podcast.
You know, the whole lifetime warranty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally getting that.
Oh, absolutely.
Next week, by the way.
Are you really?
Yep. Next week.
For real?
For real.
Nice. Why didn't you tell me? Did I give you did you get the coupon code?
I will be.
I'm about to say, you gotta get on there, man. It's worth it. Okay, so we're at 27:50. So we're probably at like 26 minutes. So we are gonna go into PM media for like 15 minutes because that's all it's gonna take. Honestly, because the PM media is not that difficult.
No.
Because we already went over how to build a business. So you already know that. You're basically, that's the same steps I employed to build this company. I'm going to tell you how we make money. Because we do not make money off of YouTube or sponsorships at the moment. So, let's talk about how PM Media makes money. So when we say PM Media, yes, that obviously includes the Potty Mouth Show. But the Potty Mouth Show does not make money. The Potty Mouth Show is broke. So what we do is PM Media is a graphic design and digital marketing firm. And so what we do is we provide these services to small businesses, whether it's Facebook ads, business cards, pamphlets,
any kind of marketing, really.
Any kind of marketing, digital or physical, we do.
Yep.
And so that is kind of where we stay at now, and that's how we make money. So we have anywhere between 3 and 4 clients at a time. We can take on more, but we'd have to hire more people. So we can take between 3 and 4 at a time. And sometimes we'll have one-off jobs, and sometimes we have consistent clients. Now, this is actually a good segue because we just came off the ad. So if you guys have heard the ad, CCT, Circle City Tint, they are actually the only time that the Potty Mouth Show has ever been paid, because they are a sponsor of the show. So they have paid us to talk about their products and endorse them. So if you ever look at the description of any video we've ever posted on YouTube, any video, down at the very bottom, there says, it has their links, their social media, their website, their phone number, all of that right there, because that was kind of the deal and how it worked out. So it was an endorsement deal. And so if you're ever wondering, if you ever watch the show and like, oh my gosh, how are these guys doing all this shit? Like, how are they buying this? How are they doing that? How do they have all this camera equipment? That is how. It is done simply through having another business that can supply what we're trying to do and trying to make a full-time business.
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Pretty much.
I was about to say,
Sponsors and
so I mean, we have three sources of income at the moment. We have sponsorship, the business, which is digital marketing, graphic design, which we do on a daily basis, and then we have merchandise, which we are both wearing and holding. The merchandise can be bought at pottymouthshow.com/shop if you're interested. And then if you guys want the new season 3 merch, we try to update every season. So season 1, we didn't have anything. Season 2, we had this stuff. Season 3, we're just going to tell you now, things are going to change. We're going to get some new merchandise for you guys. So it'll be really cool. This is not a shameless, I'm not trying to plug myself, but that's kind of what's happening. And then, and then the fourth one is potentially investment. So right now we're looking to acquire investment to grow the business, because we want you guys, the OGs that are watching and listening, we want more of you. We want to grow and want to keep bringing new content. We want to keep making fun of each other and having a good time, and we want to bring you content and make you laugh. And so we want to achieve that with any way possible, whether it's growing the digital marketing side or having investors or selling more merchandise, whatever we can do. And I want to reiterate this: whatever we do on this show, whatever money we make goes right back into the show. We don't make a whole lot of money because we want to keep bringing you guys quality content.
Yep.
So, I mean, we try to spend everything we can to make sure that this is the best episode possible every single day. Because, I mean, we release 5 episodes a week. So we want to make sure that every single episode of the Potty Mouth Show is perfect for you. So at the end of the day, please support us. And as far as the business goes, that's how we make money. The idea of a business is to have multiple streams of income. So you don't want to just put all your eggs in one basket. Like if we were solely reliant on merchandise, and for some reason merch sales were super low in a month, we're screwed. But let's say we have merchandise, a sponsorship, and digital marketing. Okay, let's say the sponsorship, it's kind of, their contract is running out, so we have to find somebody else. Okay, no big deal. We still have 2 streams of income to rely off of.
Yep.
And so the idea of PM Media is to have multiple sources of income. That way, if one kind of is slowing down, well, we still have 3 more. And that we can keep running and we can keep, now, granted, maybe not as well as we'd like, but we can still keep performing the way we need to in the time frame that we need it done, and without suffering too much.
Yep.
And being able to pay everybody and have fun and drink. So
pretty much.
But yeah, that was like a 5-minute rundown on PM Media. But it's super simple. I mean, we've gone over the basics. We've told you how to build a business. We've told you what PM Media does. I mean, that's pretty much all we do. We do digital marketing.
Yep.
We have multiple streams of income, and that feeds into the show, and that's how we do the show.
Truth of the matter is, though, it's like no matter what kind of business you want to run, I mean, seriously, it's like there's books out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
For whatever it is that you want to do. You just go out there and read it real quick. The best leader is the best reader.
What's the Shia LaBeouf thing? Just do it.
Well, there's a lot of just do it's out there.
That's true. Nike, Shia LaBeouf.
I could name a lot more, but I'm not going to go into it. But
that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot. Yeah. I mean, but it's true. I mean, why wait? Just do it.
I mean, if you're going to study anything in high school, college, something like that, just study business owners. If that's what you want to be, I mean, you don't need to go to college for that. I'm not saying don't go to school.
Go finish school. But if you're in college and you don't need a degree for what you want to do, don't be in college.
Yeah. I mean,
if you need a degree for what you want to do, like if you want to be a doctor, you want to be a nurse, you want to be a scientist, you want to be a rocket engineer, you need school for that. You have to have a degree.
yeah, go to school.
I
Don't
get
be a
that.
fool. Okay,
Right.
but
But
seriously,
if you want to be a business owner, if you want to do something that does not require a degree that you can get into on the ground floor, just get out of college and stop. Just go do what you want to do. Because the longer you wait, the less time you have.
I guarantee you, you take 1 year out of high school,
Yeah.
and I'm being dead serious. You take 1 year out of high school, you say, hey, you know what? I want to do such and such kind of business. 1 year out of high school, you do a full-time job somewhere just to make ends meet while living at home or a ragtag apartment. And then you learn every little thing you can about that business. There's books out there for everything. All you need to do is go to the library. That's all it is.
Once again, master the craft.
All you need to do.
We're going back to the 5 points, man. That's all you have to do.
Simple stuff that most people out there will not do, which is why they're not there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think this is a good spot.
Yep.
We've talked about marriage, and I was vulnerable with you. Fuck you guys. I love you. I love you. I'm just playing. And we've talked about what PM Media does. I mean, if you guys have more questions about PM Media or the Potty Mouth Show or behind the scenes, let us know. We'll talk about it. I mean, I don't really care.
Well, shoot, just business in general. Go for it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Talk to us. Let us know what you want to hear. We'll go into it. If you guys even want to submit questions in the comments, we will take your questions. We will answer them in a little bowl on the show. That way you guys can ask and we can deliver those answers to you. With that being said, that's all for this episode of the PM Podcast. And that was a little short, guys, but we kind of covered everything we want to talk about.
Pretty much.
If you guys like this episode, make sure to like and subscribe wherever you get your podcast, iTunes, Spotify, or you can watch it here on YouTube. If you are watching it here on YouTube, please make sure to like this video so we can keep bringing you fun, silly, goofy content like this. And with that being said, that's all for this episode of the PM Podcast, and we will see you next time.